That opens up a line at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Big night for Manny Machado. A 3-run triple, a 2-run homer, 5 RBIs, and a multi-hit game for our man Tommy Pham. Let's get out to Gage in La Mesa. Gage, welcome to 97.3 The Fan. You're on with Coach Kentera. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Coach? Thanks for taking my call.
Well, thanks for making that call early this morning. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I wanted to get into a little bit on that stuff we've got going on with the COVID. And, I mean, I think it's a little silly, the baseball is trying to, take precautions and this and that. And if it was a COVID that Will Myers got taken out, if you're watching the game, I mean, him and Grisham are sitting there, chopping it up in the outfield. You think that, any contact tracing you'd have, I mean, in the dugout. I mean, how many guys was he with around in the dugout? So, I mean, I think it's a little silly. But as far as first base goes, I mean, we've got Yu Darvish pitching, which I think we should have Caratini behind the plate. I mean, all the time. I love him. He's a stand-up guy. But I think we should throw Nola over at first. And, I mean, as far as a joke goes, shout out to Joe Musgrove. We went to school together. Put Joe Musgrove behind the plate or at first base, man,
I don't think they're going to have that happen. Joe should be throwing the first game on Friday night against the St. Louis Cardinals. I get your drift. I know Joe hit a bunch of home runs out there at Grossmont and hit over 400 and all that good stuff. But they're not going to put him out there. Now, we could see him pinch hit today because the bench is a little bit light right now. And if the pitcher spot comes up, who knows? Maybe Joe will get another opportunity. And I know he absolutely loves those opportunities to pinch hit. But you know what? I kind of like your call, though, Gage. I like your call regarding Nola. That would give him a few more at-bats, maybe get him on the beam a little bit, and you could play Cronenworth at second. I think that's a pretty good idea. Maybe in Game 2 against Austin Gomber, the starter for the Colorado left-hander, that may let Nola catch the first game today, maybe. And I know you wanted Caratini, but maybe you switch it up and you have Nola catch Game 1, and then he plays first base Game 2. I think Caratini, though, will probably catch Game 1 just because Nola caught last night.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these Padres are showing a good diversity, I think. I think it's a little early for a lot of our fan base to, kind of say that we've got these issues and stuff. I mean, sure, we've got some bullpen problems that I wouldn't even call them problems. I think it's a little early for that. But I think they're doing a good job down there in the front office, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I've been a long-time fan since I was a little kid. And, just another thing on Joe, to see Joe out there doing his thing, I mean, it's awesome. I can't, I just keep thinking about grading his papers back in school and, to see him out there and, staying in touch with his sister and stuff like that. It's really cool. So thanks for taking my call, Coach, and go Padres.
Hey, you're welcome, Gage. Thanks for making that phone call. And, we've talked a lot about Joe Musgrove and his family, a real good family unit. I love to hear the stories about the Musgrove family and how tight they are. And, we had Pedro Moore on Monday, and he wrote that article about how Mr. Musgrove had been seriously ill for several months and how Joe was every night was at the hospital when he was like 15 years of age. And, baseball was becoming, really secondary until his dad had a talk with him and said, hey, Joe, you got talent and you got to continue to work. And his dad's gotten better. And, just the Musgrove story is it's kind of an all-American story. And I think I'm so proud that the Padres finally had a no-hitter, but how much more special, seriously, how much more special does that no-hitter feel when a kid from San Diego that was born and bred here, played youth league ball here, high school ball here? How cool is that? I mean, you can't make stuff up like that. Let's not get another quick call here, and we got Coach's Corner coming up.